Hello and welcome back to another Mog Station update for Final Fantasy XIV. It is, of course, not that long. It's a second week of patch 6.3 coming out, and we already have some fantastic items on the cash shop that we can buy that are brand new. I say fantastic because that's kind of like in the eye of the beholder, I suppose, because we've got Gaia's attire finally added to the cash shop. This is unfortunately locked purely to female characters, is undyeable, and is a one-piece outfit. That's the first thing that you should know. But because, that's female only, it doesn't mean that there's nothing for male characters as well, or anyone in particular, because Gaia's hammer is actually available as well. Apparently the hammer is known as the Hyposkisphera.
Hyposkisphera. Hyposkisphera. Hyposkisphera. Hyposkisphera.
I don't know if I pronounced correctly, probably not, but it's Gaia's hammer. It is a two-handed hammer, so this thing is usable by a bunch of people. Let's look at the outfit first, however. So the outfit is undyeable and is a one-piece and is female only. So, already that's something that's probably going to annoy a few people. The only thing I will say is a lot of people have been after this outfit for a very long time, and for some of those people it doesn't really matter, they just wanted it in the game regardless. This follows suit of things like Ishtola's outfit and other Scion adventurer outfits that are also one pieces, such as Alphino's outfit, for example. It doesn't appear to come with a hairstyle, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that we would come with Gaia's hairstyle as well, like they had with obviously Alphino's hairstyle. So this full outfit, I say full outfit, it's a one piece, will cost you £7.44 in the United Kingdom. In the US, that's $12 US. In Europe, that would be €9, and Japan, we're looking at 1,320 yen. So regardless of how you look at this, this isn't one of the most expensive outfits on the cash shop, but obviously it comes at that price that we talked about. So the weapons then, you can buy them individually or you can buy them as a collection. The collection itself is a pretty good value for money, I think, which is £5.18 in the United Kingdom. In dollars, that's $9 US. In euros, that is €6.30. And finally, in yen, that's 990 yen. So this is the cheapest part of that. And of course, these weapons are equipable by gladiators, marauders, dark knights, lancers, reapers, conjurers, and thaumaturge. So it's really exciting to see that white mage is getting the ability to use these. This little image here gives you a demonstration of how they would hold the weapons. We'll look at those in the game in just a second, but as you can see, white mage is holding that like a staff, warriors holding that like a warrior axe, etc. But the fact is that they gave access to more than just warriors, which is surprising to me. I thought it was going to be warrior only. The other thing you can do is, of course, buy the individual weapons as well on their own, which will cost you £1.73, which is also $3 US per weapon. And in euros, that works out €2.10. And finally, 330 yen. So the thing that's left to do is to go into the game and have a look at these. And we'll start with the outfit. Alrighty, here we are in the game, and we've just got our mail in the mailbox, and as predicted, it is a one-piece piece of gear. This means that it will replace your arm, leg, and foot gear, and is obviously female only, undyeable, and this is what it looks like. So when we equip this, I think that's personally quite a gorgeous looking outfit, but it is just Gaia's outfit, and as you can see, it is just one piece. A lot of people are going to throw quite a lot of shade towards this outfit today, and quite rightfully so. However, there is a way around this. I see some people posting on social media already that just simply their own ignorance, that they don't understand how one-piece gear works. So basically what you can do is use the glamour plate system to actually make it so that it doesn't replace any of your gear. If we simply go over to an in-room in the game, any in-room will do, and go to the glamour dresser, of course we can place this in here. So let's pop in our Gaia's attire just like that. And then we just need to set up a plate for this. So we're going to just pick number 17 just for no reason. And then we're going to go over and click on Gaia's attire. And as you can see, it's still, visibly will replace those slots. But if we were to apply this glamour plate, you'll notice that we still have our gear equipped. We just have the glamour plate issued over the top of it. So when it comes down to it then, the detail on this outfit shouldn't be too surprising if you've seen Gaia's attire before in the game from the character Gaia. Obviously part of the Eden storyline. I do like this particular necklace, like the choker. I kind of wish that we could have separated that. I would have loved to have separated the gloves because they're kind of like just, mid-arm gloves. They're kind of cool. The chest piece in itself would have looked amazing if it was dyeable. And those fantastic looking stockings, by the way, are just, those deserve to be a leg armor slot personally. And the boots are fantastic, aren't they? Look at the size of those heels. Holy moly. So yeah, it's a missed opportunity, but at the same time, like we said, it's not much of an excuse, but none of the others have been. Is this something that might change in the future? I really doubt it. But I think there is like an identity-related thing that Square Enix may or may not. I don't know. We'd need confirmation on this. Somebody would need to ask them. But there's some kind of like protecting the IP of characters. They're not really sure if they would like you to change the way that this armor looks like because it's designed in a set way. I could be wrong about that, but it definitely feels like an excuse that would work. In their favor. But at the same time, if that is the case, then why ever give us the armor related to characters in the first place? But this is a huge can of worms of a conversation to have. But that is the outfit. I would have hoped that we wouldn't have had a gender lock on this. I would have liked them to have just swapped out the trousers or something. I don't know. Maybe that's something that's still on the cards. Who knows? But another gender lock outfit, basically. So the other part of this then is the weapons. All of the weapons, including if you get them in a collection. For example, this is a collection coffer. Even individually, they would, if you purchased them, they would come in a single coffer, which is quite nice instead of receiving 7 coffers in the mail for the collection one. Let's open this, and it should pop out a load of weapons into my screen. Of course, we would put these on the glamour plate as well if we wanted to use them, and we would also place them in our glamour dresser. So first of all, let's have a look at let's have a look at White Mage first then. Right, I've cleared armory space this time, so we actually have the ability to look at these. So this is what it looks like on the back of my character. Obviously, we've got the top of the hammer at the top of my character and the hilt at the bottom. They all share the same quality of what they look like. A scuffed hammer, which has like this silver with scratches on it on the top. Exactly how you remember it from Gaia's, interactions, be that on E8S where she's shattering ice or, throughout the storyline. Fantastic looking, and it looks really good with the dress because that's what it was designed to look good with, right? Obviously, with the White Mage, this is how it unsheaths, like a staff, and holds it exactly like a staff. I mean, it's nothing new, but yeah, it's cool that even casters are going to be able to have access to a hammer. It kind of redesigns, everything to do with the aesthetics of a weapon, isn't it? It's going to be cool. Heal people with something that can destroy their faces. Let's look at Black Mage next then. That's the next on our list. Whoop. And the same thing is going to apply here as well. Hammer on the back, top of it at the top, held like a Black Mage. Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if these weapons would have been dyeable, to be honest with you. But considering the outfit isn't, then I'm not terribly surprised, honestly. Let's see, what else can we go for next? Let's have a look at the Reaper next. I thought we'd look at these just because people might have questions about how they sit. Now, they do differ in size because, as you can see, the Reaper weapon has a much bigger hammer top there. Holy moly, look at the size of that. which I presume is because it needs to reach out further, like a lot of the other Reaper blades, because they're quite large, aren't they? And that's how you hold that. There is a bit of a size inflation thing there. Look at that. So when you pull it out, it basically just increases in size. That is a massive hammer. I think that might even be bigger than Gaia's hammer. Like, is hers really that big? So yeah, if you like massive hammers, you'll like the Reaper one. Oh my goodness, that is enormous. Next, in no particular order, let's look at our Dragoon. So this is what it looks like on Dragoon. This time, thin and long, which is, you know, how all of the Dragoon weapons are anyway. And it's fairly long, but you're going to be poking people with a blunt hammer, basically. But if you like the idea of poking people with blunt things, Dragoon is definitely your ticket. Dark Knight. So this will be interesting because this time we're holding the hammer upside down on our back, as you would expect. And when we unsheath it, it comes forth. So I think a lot of Dark Knights will probably end up using this. I will probably see quite a few of them because it's probably one of the more likely situations to see this hammer actually swing as opposed to, you know, just being used as a stave, which is, you know, what you would expect, really. What else have we got here? We've got Warrior. Surprisingly small on my Warrior here, but that's probably based on the size of my character. This probably is enormous on like a Hrothgar or something. And then when we pull that out. So I think Warrior is really like where it's at. If you want to actually look the most like Gaia, you know, as people have wanted, then I think Warrior is probably going to be the job that people use in collaboration with the hammer. Just simply because, you know, it looks the most accurate, I suppose. Yeah. No one's going to disagree with you when you're swinging a hammer like that. Oh dear. Brilliant. And then least but not last, of course, we have our Paladin, which is very interesting. I think a lot of people will probably lean towards getting the invisible shield. Just simply so it looks like you have a two-hander in a one-hand situation. It probably will look a little bit better than having a shield. But it's quite a stubby one. It's a little bit longer than I expected, actually. I thought this would be a lot shorter, which is nice. You don't want a horribly short weapon. And then when you sheath that, there doesn't appear to be much size difference. Maybe a little bit of scaling. Yeah, I think that works quite well, actually, as a Paladin weapon. So they have gone through the process of making these look, you know, fairly good, I would say, on a range of different jobs. If they had unleashed it as just a warrior weapon, as well as the costume being, you know, female only, undyeable, and a one piece that's gender locked, I think they would have had a little bit more of an issue. I also realized a great number of people will likely want to see this on more than just a Mikote. So I bought this on my Lalafel as well, mostly because I've started to really get into playing this as an alt recently. And I've been trying to catch up to a lot of the content. So I thought she might as well have a decent looking outfit and the weapon. So as you can see, this is the White Mage weapon. Yeah, it doesn't really change that much. The outfit is a little bit different because obviously it's a Lalafel, but there's not too much difference as they've scaled it quite well. I can imagine on like female Vieira, for example, this looking a little bit different, but I'm not going to buy it again. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that they've scaled things. And for the Lalafels out there you go. There's your preview. If you're wondering specifically what it looks like on your particular character, that's as close as you're probably going to get. And hope I've scratched that itch as well. But yeah, let me know what you think about these items. I personally am a fan of the weapons, but obviously the whole idea behind, you know, character-based weaponry and much like the ones we had before with the Black Bosom Reaper blades for everybody, the limitations are obvious, and especially with the outfit as well. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. More 6.3 videos on the way, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.